Hello everyone, this is Michael with Western Reserve Independent Living Center coming to you with our latest newsletter. Wrilc's Independent Living Newsletter, Issue 11, November 2024. Western Reserve Independent Living Center, opening doors to independence. In this issue, Section 1, In Memory of Mark Joseph. Section 2, In Memory of Mark Continued. Section 3, Monthly Book Recommendation. My Precious China. Recipe: Leftover Turkey Pot Pie. Section 4, Veterans Day Word Search Puzzle. Section 5, Cat 41 Remembers Mark and Quote of the Month. Section 6, Consumer Corner. Section 7, November Calendar Items. Section 1, In Memory of Mark Joseph, 1959 to 2024. On Friday, October 18th, 2024, we said goodbye to our dear friend and Wrilc's information and referral specialist, Mark Joseph, who passed away unexpectedly at the age of 65 years old. Mark was a teacher, an entrepreneur, a marketer, an author, and a staunch advocate for people with disabilities. Mark leaves behind his family, along with friends and co-workers who always loved him very deeply. Our grief is with them as we mourn the loss of a truly great man. Mark Joseph was the embodiment of everything that is good about the human spirit. A person who, even in the face of tragedy or life throwing him a complication that left him disabled, still took it upon himself to always promote the beauty that is life. He loved life and all that went with it. Mark lived a life full of adventures, some that can be shared here and some that cannot. But Mark never wanted to stop experiencing life for everything that it had to offer. Within the last year, he managed to get to the beach and recently got to experience a Saturday at the Horseshoe in Columbus to see the Buckeyes play. Even if there were barriers in his way, he took it as a challenge and pushed forward. What was important was the ability to experience, because to Mark, that was what life was all about. Section 2, In Memory of Mark Joseph, continued. Mark had a superpower, and that superpower was human connection. Mark never met a stranger in his life because the moment you started talking with him, you felt valued and like a friend who he's known his whole life. It didn't matter who he was talking to either. Mark could always figure out how to communicate with the person in front of him in a way that truly resonated. Some friends remember the gentle ribbing. Others remember the ornery or sardonic quips that were always followed up with a wide smile. Most importantly, Mark just wanted to give back. He wanted to help others in the same ways that he was helped after he became disabled later in life. He did not want to see others lose their freedom in the way he did. Mark achieved this feat every time he spoke with a consumer. He would drive himself crazy trying to find solutions, or would stay on the phone for sometimes an hour just to make sure all explanations and information was exhausted and understood. Mark would even go as far as sharing his personal experiences with consumers who he may have been talking to for the first time, so they may know that they were not alone in the struggle that is disability. In life, we meet people, and even in a short amount of time, they can impact your life in the most profound ways possible. Mark was not only good, he put good out into the world. That good will outlive us all. The lesson we can learn from Mark's life is to simply put good out into the world, knowing that the ripple effect will cascade on even after you are gone. We love you, Mark. Rest easy. Section 3. Book of the Month recommendation. My Precious China. A travel journal by Mark C. Joseph. About this book from the back sleeve. What you are about to read started as a personal journal to help me remember my adventures in a land rarely seen or experienced by Westerners. It starts with the fear and apprehension I had about going halfway around the world, spending at least a year in a foreign country where I didn't speak the language, didn't know the culture, and doing it completely alone. Recipe for a leftover turkey pot pie with easy biscuit topping. Everyone will enjoy this easy-to-make casserole that uses any leftover turkey you may happen to have from your Thanksgiving dinner. Ingredients: 3 cups of mushroom gravy or other favorite gravy, 1 10-ounce package frozen mixed vegetables, about 3 cups cooked vegetables, 2 cups turkey cooked and cubed, 1 cup all-purpose flour, 1/4 cup butter cut into pieces, 1/4 cup green onions chopped, 2 teaspoons baking powder, 3/4 cups milk. Instructions: 1. Preheat the oven to 375 degrees. Spray a 9 by 13 inch pan with non-stick cooking spray. 2. In a large mixing bowl, combine the gravy, vegetables, and turkey. Spoon this mixture into the prepared pan. 3. In a food processor fitted with a metal blade, place the flour, butter, green onions, baking powder, and salt. Pulse until coarse crumbs are formed. 4. Transfer this mixture into a mixing bowl. Stir in the milk. Pour this mixture over the meat filling. 5. Bake for 40 minutes or until the filling is bubbly and the biscuit topping is cooked and lightly browned. Section 4. Veterans Day. Did you know? According to the Department of Veterans Affairs, there are over 23 million war veterans living in the United States. Every year on Veterans Day, at exactly 11 a.m., a wreath-laying ceremony is held at the Tomb of the Unknowns in the Arlington National Cemetery. The song "God Bless America" debuted on the radio for Veterans Day in 1938. The armistice of World War I was effective from the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month. Hence, the importance of November 11th. Section 5. Cat 41 remembers Co-Captain Mark. My Introduction to a New Friend, The Pain, by Carl Clemens, Wrilc Advocate. I first met Mark through Debbie, our assistant director, who introduced us when he needed a ride from the airport. Even though I can't drive, I arranged for my friend to help out, and we coordinated with the airline. During our adventure, Mark dropped his phone in the water, so we had no way to communicate. My friend Brian was running back and forth to the car because Mark's flight was delayed. Of course. Mark was using a walker, and after a chaotic series of events, I finally shouted, "I am here for Mark Joseph!" in the terminal. We eventually connected, and since Mark was hungry, we made a pit stop at Burger King. Thanks, Debbie. What started as a bit of a fiasco turned into a lasting friendship. Even though he initially seemed like a pain in my butt, I went on to recruit Mark and Pam Valente as my co-captains of Cat 41, where he truly made a difference. Rest in peace, my friend, The Pain. You will really be missed. Cat 41 Quote of the Month. Our strength is in the bond or the connection, not the individual unit. Carl F. Clemens III. Section 6. Consumer Corner. Join our Cat 41 Consumer Advocacy Team. Are you passionate about making a difference in our community? Ready to tackle problems and learn to self-advocate? The Cat 41 Consumer Advocacy Team is looking for you. Our monthly advocacy group, CAT, meets to discuss, plan, and solve community issues, all while empowering individuals with the skills to advocate for themselves. When? February 12th, and the third Wednesday every other month thereafter. Where? Wrilc Boardroom, 4076 Youngstown Road, Southeast, Warren, Ohio, 44484. Meeting format: hybrid, in-person, and virtual options available. RSVP. Please contact Carl Clemens for more information and to RSVP 330-372-3325, extension 108. Together, we can create meaningful impact. Join us and become a catalyst for change in our community. LWC, Living Well in the Community. This 10-session workshop may help you choose and work on a personal goal, experience peer support, create more possibilities in your life, and make improvements to your health and wellness. Classes begin again in January. Call for details. Stress and Anxiety Group. This peer support group meets monthly. You will learn from peer experiences and can share your own. Occasional expert guest speakers share strategies for reducing stress and anxiety. Explore topics important to people who live with anxiety issues. November 20th at 11 a.m. Blind and Visually Impaired Support Group. Learn from peer experiences and contribute your own. Explore topics important to visually impaired people. Hear experienced speakers share information that helps you navigate your world. Enjoy safe virtual sessions from your own home. November 22nd at 10:30 a.m. It's time to start thinking turkey. Warren Family Mission. We are in need of turkeys for Thanksgiving by November 20th, 2024. Other items needed for donation: instant mashed potatoes, boxed stuffing, canned corn, canned sweet potatoes, Hawaiian rolls, and desserts. Donations can be dropped off at Warren Family Mission's Main Outreach Center at 155 Todd Avenue, Northwest, Warren, Ohio 44485, Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., Saturday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Our free community Thanksgiving dinner will be November 27th, 2024 at 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. at 155 Todd Avenue, Northwest, Warren, Ohio 44485. For more information, call the Warren Family Mission at 330-394-5437. Wrilc Annual Christmas Party. Save the date! Wrilc Annual Christmas Party for 2024 will be held on December 13th at 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. We can't wait to see you all there. Section 7. Calendar items for November. November is Diabetes Awareness Month and Epilepsy Awareness Month. November 5th, Election Day. November 6th, National Stress Awareness Day. November 7th, World Cancer Day. November 11th, Veterans Day. Office is closed. November 13th, World Kindness Day. November 18th, World COPD Day. November 20th, Stress and Anxiety Peer Support Group at 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. November 22nd, Blind and Visually Impaired Peer Support Group, 10:30 a.m. November 27th, Office closed. November 28th, Thanksgiving, Office closed. November 29th, Black Friday, Office closed. To join workshops or peer support groups, see newsletter, Facebook, or call into the office for information to join. 330-372-3325. Thank you for taking the time out for our newsletter. Western Reserve ILC is a local 501c3 nonprofit agency servicing the needs of persons with disabilities in Ashtabula, Columbiana, Mahoning, and Trumbull counties. We are a community-based, non-residential agency whose core services are free. If you would like to receive a Braille, email, or audio copy of this newsletter each month, please contact us to find out more about becoming a Wrilc consumer. You can contact us at 330-372-3325.